good morning and welcome to another lovely day in March, the 13th day in the year 2026. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Nyamgul Agaji, welcoming you to the front page review on your favorite radio station. You say anything, we amplify. The goal is to make our country better. It's a Friday morning, so it's usually an open mic day that you have a field day to say a lot of things, a lot of good things that will make our country better. And by the way, so we're going to kickstart this program, which is just bringing you headlines and asking you to have your say, with joining Rufai Oseni to give us his thoughts on the headlines this morning. And right away, let's go to Rufai. Rufai, good morning and welcome to the program.
Morning, Yango. I mean, a couple of things. I just wanted to point this out because so when we keep talking about the problems in the opposition, people think we're just talking. Yes, the ABC had a good day. A lot of the senators, about 9 of them, decamped to the ADC, and we saw what happened to Barry Bay, where when he decamped, they said because he didn't give a reason that there was division in his party, so they are going to make his seat vacant. But they have told him to go ahead to go bring the letter of expulsion for APCA. But there's this story making round of the Court of Appeal that has dismissed an appeal filed by David Mark and the current chairman of ADC. So, in relation to a leadership dispute going on in ADC, Mark appealed a September 4 judgment by Justice Neka Nwite on the Federal High Court, refusing to grant some injunctive reliefs containing an ex parte motion filed by the chieftain of the party, Matthew Gombe. So there's been this contest of leadership of the ADC. Gombe, who is the former national chairman of the ADC, is laying claim to the leadership of the party. He's filed an ex parte application along with a substantive issue challenging the emergence of Mark, Arabeshola, a couple of other people. So he had in the application sought interlocutory injunctions to restrain, among others, the Independent National Electoral Commission from recognizing Mark and Arabeshola. Then the lawyer moved the ex parte on September 4, and in his ruling, Justice Nwite held that the court could not grant an ex parte, but directed that the applicant serve it on the respondent. So the respondents who are Mark, Arabeshola, and Raffles, the former chairman of the party, Mark appealed on September 4. He claimed that against the impression created in the ruling that the judge merely directed an adverse parties to be put on notice. But now the Court of Appeal has now come back, pretty much affirming Matthew Gombe's rights, to be able to serve him, back again. So all is not clear in the camp of the ADC, and that's why they should watch it. Also, you can see what's happening to Ireti Kingiri. A party award in the FCT is now claiming that most of the money they raised for the last elections, that she didn't use it for the last elections. These allegations are against that. They're also saying that to a large extent that she first gave them an office, then she took the office back, that they do meetings under the tree and all of that. So you see, there's a lot of organizational problem that the ADC has, and they need to look at it if they want to be a viable opposition. And that's why you see, the way I call them the coalition of jokers. This story made the round. A lot of them tried pushing back. Kenneth was pushing back. As far as we're concerned, we're not going to build a proper party. I know, according to the political terrain, it is when parties get in power, they're able to organize themselves and all of that. But you want to be able to at least organize something visible on that before you can even aspire in the first place. So these are the things I'm making around as regards this. And the interesting thing about this war is Trump is now sort of like gaslighting the American people by saying, when oil prices go up, we make more money. It's not you, the government, that makes more money. In fact, oil prices going up is a tax on the American people. Just like we keep insisting that what's it called is a tax on the American people, the tariffs he brought about them. All of this is because he's trying to stem the increasing price of, petrol at the pumps in America, which has gone up to over $5 I hear in California for a gallon. And when you look at this, it's a very sad one. People are complaining. In fact, because of the war in Iran, the Strait of Hormuz has been closed. The Ayatollah came out yesterday saying that the Strait of Hormuz will be closed, that he will retaliate and all of that, the killing of his family members. Price of fertilizer is also going up because, about over 20% of the world's fertilizer passes through the Strait of Hormuz. So Trump saying that, they're just trying to placate the issue, but at the same time, in saying that, trying to say, oh, we are making money, which is not true, then he now released 102 million barrels from the strategic national reserves, which has also reduced the reserve to about 240-something million barrels, which a lot of experts are saying that's an all-time low for America. To buy back that oil is released today is going to cost about 16 billion, right? US dollars. If you add that plus the over 11 billion that they said they spent in the first 6 days, if they spend 11 billion, they spend way more. The cost of this oil is going to over 30-40 billion already in America. And the strategic national reserve is a way to sell oil into the market to be able to have a lot of supply so that it will bring down the prices. But things are very rough for a lot of the American people. Things are very hard for them. Like it's hard for us here in Nigeria. NNPC had to intervene. I think NNPC capped prices yesterday on their filling station to 1,130 and on up country, I think 1,000 one something. But without really pushing the effects, only time will tell. So there's a lot of pain people are going through in the country as a result of this war. And it's something that is sad that is hitting all of us. But Cardozo is saying that due to the reforms, the forex reforms, the fact that you have more money in the reserve, that they've cleared the equivalence of 7 billion when they came in, that they've reduced the margins from about 50% across the private market and official market to about 2%. They've created a lot of reforms, and that they're going to be able to cushion things that the market is quite deep now. The transaction of around 1 billion. But let's also forget the fact that the Naira has been taking the hits. The Naira from about 1,300 something has now moved to about 1,004 something, to the dollar. And this was after they had to spend about they had to sell in about $500, million into the market to be able to cushion the effects as we speak. So these are the sad reality of the war as it's going on. And definitely all of this is inflationary. And it's just a matter of time before it starts. And that's why we're asking the government, what are the buffers? There's this study by Agora Reports yesterday that showed that since the removal of subsidy, poverty has jumped up to 65%.
Yeah.
So the question we're asking the government, all the palliatives that they said they're going to use who were those collecting the palliatives? Who were those collecting these palliatives? And these are the questions we should be asking them, because if we see all of this was able to buffer what is happening in the markets, then why are these collecting the palliatives? Because President Zimbabwe just increased, the poverty of the lives of people. And that's why a lot of people are speaking. And this is where we expect a viable opposition to speak today. But, they can't even get themselves together. They're always giving excuses one way or the other. And they're just leaving Nigerians at a very ignoble rate, which is a very sad one.
In the meantime, one forum has dismissed the claims of 210 trillion naira missing in NNPC accounts, and in the same breath, states are demanding forensic audit of $8.8 billion crude for loan deals. So that's in our oil sector. I'd like your comment on that.
No, but the truth is, well, the state's not there when they were doing Operation Gazelle. Well, the state's not there when they were tidying all details. So why are they asking for a forensic audit now? Were they blind when this government first collected over 10 billion as it came in, Operation Gazette, and they needed money that time? Were they blind that this money was used for the country? So the question is demanding a forensic audit now. Okay, they should go ahead. If they don't trust the process enough and those loans, they should go ahead. But they all saw it. The question is when that process started of these forward sales of our crude, why didn't they challenge it then? These are the questions I'm asking. Why didn't they challenge it then? Why didn't they challenge it then? So, and that's what we keep saying, that people should be quick. The 210, what's it called? We need to be able to get it from what's it called. Yes, there's a talk about, hoax. You know, some people are even likening into the 20 billion of Sanusi Lamido there and that. No, we need to be able to challenge it. And that's why they should come and be able to make explanation and clarification. You know, like I was telling you just now, the effect of the war.
Yeah.
Parallel market buying. If you are going to buy what's it called, dollar on the parallel market now, is between 1420 and 1475 per dollar. If you are to sell, it's between 1380 and 1.610 per dollar. The CBN official rate is 1371. So you can see again that the margins between the parallel and the official market rate is beginning to creep up to as much as 100 naira. See, in fact, the naira saw a weekly depreciation with parallel market rate hitting as high as 1,610 in some reports. Although others indicated a temporary rebound to 1,037 after CBN interventions. So they are also beginning to come into the markets because of this war and all of that is going on. So let's just note this.
Okay, let's look at the role of the judiciary in the success of the 2027 elections. For instance, it's not clear what the state of some of these political parties are. NNPP is now complaining that because of the delay of the judiciary in telling them who is affecting their e-registration and all that, and because of that they have lost out in some elections. They were not able to field some candidates, and there are people who want to vie for political positions that do not even know where they stand. So how would we interpret the role of the judiciary in the success of 2027 election?
I mean, we've always said that we should start holding judiciary accountable, especially with what is even happening to Justice Tosho that is going to Code of Conduct Bureau. We should hold them accountable. You see, I remember many years ago when Buhari rounded up a lot of judges and it was very hard line on them and they busted them and investigated them and we kept on saying, oh, this is high-handed. Yes, that was high-handed in a democracy. But hindsight, when you hear some of the atrocious things, like the case of this Tosho, so I mean, it's still the code of conduct and it's not been fully determined yet. There's still investigations back and forth about accounts and things like that. You just want to hope that the Judicial Disciplinary Council was going to do a lot. I think for us to really be able to have a level of independence in this country, and that's why we keep asking for a response. I think we should whittle it down in such a way that even some confirmations in the judiciary, like the Chief Justice and everything, might not have to be done by the President. We need to be able to whittle down more the powers of the President of this country. Because as long as you have that, and if it's a President that knows how to use power and orchestrate things, a lot of things will go alright. I mean, young boy, please, can you just imagine? I pointed it out yesterday on one of my shows. Why did they take out in the National Assembly, in the electoral laws, that you cannot sue forgery cannot be a ground for results cancellation of an election? After we had a big scandal on forgery of certificates of what the President presented in the last election. So what kind of country are we living in? What kind of country are we living in? Then they stylishly took it out. Even that's what I was saying, I think on the other platform, that there are many things they've done in this law that a lot of people will not know. That's why they were quick to be able to pass and set it into law. And for them, it's anything to tie the opposition. That's why they quickly went to now put another punitive measure that if you have two-party registration, they will fine you 10 million, you go to jail. So you go to jail. So see what they've been able to use the legislature to do. And you see, this should be co-equal arms of government and including the judiciary. So that's why democracy is failing. Just imagine that it's an indictment of Nigeria So what it means invariably is that I can go and forge certificates, all right, and give it to INEC and pass through an election process. You can't stop the election because I forged certificates. So where's the integrity in the election process? And that's what this APC rubber stamp National Assembly did. And we all know it's because the president had a case around that certificate forgery and that back and forth in the last election cycle. And they confidently removed it. So what kind of democracy are we practicing? So we will hold leaders accountable. And that's why when President Tinubu says he's a Democrat, we will this, do that. I said, no, there's no Democrats. There's no Democrats.
And asking every politician to bow to rule of law.
Who's bow to rule of law? If he respects the rule of law and the transparency of the process, if he respects it, if the National Assembly had passed such a draconian law that forgery should not be, he should even be the one to come and first give accountability and say no. But because he knows that if we don't remove that thing from the electoral law, it will affect him. Because there's no how people are not going to use that to challenge him again. And this time they have all the data. Because, don't forget, they have now gotten all the deposition and the denials from CSU about the certificate he provided to INEC. So it's easy for them to be able to put it against him. So he had preempted that long ago. And that's why they removed it from the electoral law and they passed that law. That's why it was so quick to sign it, because they know what they did. So that's how democracy is strong. So in a democracy where you have the legislative in bed with the executive and the judiciary in bed with the executive, you don't have a democracy. And the Montesquieu, in his book, I think the Spirit of the Law, wrote about the separation of powers. They are all, you see, in Nigeria, the legislature forgets that they are all co-equal arms. They are all co-equal arms. And that's why our democracy is in jeopardy. It's a joke today. Just imagine that. There was a big brouhaha. What you submitted to INEC, they went to the university and all of that. Once you scaled through the system, because what the court was saying that you can't bring something from international jurisdiction and domesticate it. Once you scale through without legal technicality, then the next you just want to remove it completely from the electoral law. And now you are saying you bow down to the rule of law.
Seems as if the laws are different for politicians.
The laws are different. Now that's why all of a sudden, look at even in the parliament yesterday. Others have been decamping, no problem. But you didn't want to tackle the Inaya Baride. Because the Inaya Baride has been an outstanding vocal critic. It is when it is torn. You say, because it's inside that there's division in the party. Others that decamp, we didn't even cite anything. So there you go. To be on record, we chronicle and said these things for our democracy. We keep talking.
Okay, but the president met with service chiefs and approved fresh military hardware. Will that go any
It doesn't solve anything. There's complicity in the system. You know, like you have military have contributed by kingdom. She said that guy that they said they need 100 million from him. I get calls every day. I don't sleep overnight. People complain about one security problem. It's not anything about that, young girl. Let's call it spade a spade. Well, you're going to see it now. There's a massive level of complicity. Across all security forces, even with the terrorists. So these days, did you see what happened in Odo? That what happened in the Kwara? That the community reported that bandits sent us a message that they are coming. And they reported to security officials, and the next day the bandits got to know the report. So how did the bandits get to know that they reported to security officials and they came out of anger? See, today they are not investigated. Everybody just brushes it and moves on like nothing happened. No, we don't have a safe country. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. It will be on record we are saying these things. You're saying all of these things, it's going to be on record. The country is gone to the dogs. It's sad. In a country where the National Assembly removed the fact that if forged certificates, it's not a ground to disqualify elections. So what morality do we have in the process? What country do we have? And because, and we all know, it's because a very important dramatic personnel, was caught in a back and forth controversy as regards in the last election. And today, we've quickly removed it from the law so that the guard all ends. And some people are celebrating, they are clapping their hands and saying, oh, the president is a political strategy. What? That's not strategy. That's lack of accountability. Let's call it spade.
Well, the best.
As I say, it's a political strategy. It's a political strategy. And you see, these same people that are shouting political strategy, may we not have a ruthless opposing person that comes in. When the person now comes in and does worse than this, these are the people that will go out and protest. Like President Tinubu, when he was organizing protests against Jonathan. There was nothing Jonathan did that was good then. But today, we can't stand protests. Today, all the laws, that's a new law. That's a new law in our country. At the National Assembly can actually sit and remove the provision in the law that if you forge certificate, it's not a ground to disqualify your election. You remove the entire portion. After you just had a big scandal in your last election process. So what laws are we making? This country has become a joke. It's gone to the dogs. Let's call the spirit young law.
And daily, people will still be losing their jobs. People will still be going to jail because of forgery. But once you're a politician, it is okay.
You are covered.
You can
it's okay.
Forge.
The same government that will say, oh, if you forge, you are in problems. If you forge, you are this, you are that. So where is the morality? I mean, how can, if there's a 5-year-old listening to this, if a politician can remove from the electoral law that if you forge, you can still go ahead and win the election, you get, then what's the morality? What's the country? So what you're telling a 5-year-old is that you can aspire to be president of this country, don't go and forge certificate, then you don't even need to go to school.
Yeah.
Then these ones will come and want to preach the morality of children, go to your school and read your book. When they can remove forgery from the so those that went to school, they're stupid as well. They could not have forged. They could just have forged their certificate, and they know that if they aspire to the highest land in this country, forgery is not a problem. It's not a ground to nullify the election. There's no moral compass. We are happy about it. We are not talking about it. That's the kind of country we find ourselves. You see, that's why what is set up there was the sham of an electoral law. It's a sham. Yeah. They just wrote the law to favor people. That's just it.
Anyway, well.
Oh, how are you? Have a good day.
Have a very good day. Yeah. Okay, we've been talking with Rufai Oseni, and he was giving us his thoughts on the headlines this morning. It's been fiery. Okay, so we now open the mic for the rest of us to talk. You talk to us, let us hear what you have to say, and then we amplify that. The goal, like I always say, is to make our country better. So the number to reach us is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. You can also call 080 36 92 9933. 080 36 92 9933. If you want to reach us on WhatsApp, it's 081 7175 6338. 081 7175 6338. Call us now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Yambo.
Good morning to you.
My name is Shola. I'm calling from Shola.
Shola, thanks for joining us.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Rufai. I heard a statement from the president saying he's coming to the president because it's divinely done by God. I think I heard the president was yesterday saying that he being the president is divinely ordained by God.
Yeah.
Okay, so with all the polarity, God is behind the rich and everything. See, what I believe is once spiritual, then it will be on the even we as people, we need to rectify our way. Because if you look at the Bible, the children of Israel, when they err, whenever they go against God, that is when God releases the wicked leader for them. So if that is how wants to take it, I believe we as Nigerians, contrary, you will still see some people, due to sentiments and due to immoral mentality, still going and supporting this man. People collecting rights already. I don't know, maybe it's because they tamper with their mentality and pay collecting rights. During that, the lady, you see that video, the lady collecting rights and costing people that will vote for him. So, and then the said, Rufai, all the shenanigans in the electoral law, all they did to perfect and to make sure they are perpetrated in office in 2027, it shows that these people are in it. That's the way it is. And I don't know, I think all them how they come out of this. Because even the options, we don't have good options. Even in the existing, I think it's the only person. If that guy, if Troy or isn't there, if that man, you understand, can be able to be given a chance. But unfortunately, people the system won't accept him. So I don't really qualify in this country. I don't know. It's only God that can help us, and the things and we need to rectify our place. We need to change our ways, and come together before we can be able to take this country back. Let me give the chance of.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Hello, good morning.
My name is Rites.
Okay, go ahead.
Good
morning to you.
You see this country, there is no need of someone sending his children to school again just to first certificate to become the president of Nigeria is something that is normal. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. So there's no need for me to be wasting money and be sending my children to since to first it's normal in Nigeria to become a Nigerian president, to become one of Nigerian minister, all the same. There is no need again. Good morning,
Good morning to you. Well, it's quite unfortunate, very, very unfortunate, that is either you are a good citizen of Nigeria working for the growth of Nigeria or you become a politician. No need to go to school. That's what you're very, very correct saying that. It's really pathetic. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Yanguru.
Morning to you.
Nice talking to you.
Same here.
We must not keep quiet for long because of our children and generations to come.
Yes.
Oseni has already said it all. So when you see half a dozen and you are seeing 6, everything are the same. That is just the truth of the matter. There is nothing that can come out of all these shenanigans. The travel of Mr. President, I'm giving it to the press to give us what brought it out at this particular point in time. When Iran is fighting in the global world, we in the local world here, we are not finding it easy. So the enjoyment and all this grandstanding up there, what causes for it at this particular time? I know British people will not like it. There must be something. I give it to you to do your investigation. What thing that the Rufai said that struck me about the issue, the difference are between that man from Iboda always talk, between the devil and the yes. The opposition, he took time. I checked him very well. Took time, about 2-3 days, to really talk that who will fight, who will stand for us, where is that mouth? Even though everybody, we are trying to overlook their past, because they are the only one that we know. Nobody has come out. That man at that bank is not coming out. All the people who think they are things, they are not coming out. The only people that came out are people that did bastardizing them. Every time of this one, he was the one that blew the cat out of this something. So that is just the issue. I don't know how the opposition are going to get their acts together. Let us just get an arrowhead, which Nigerians are going to follow. I know anybody that if they can do it, Nigerians they are intact. I won't lie you. But the catastrophe is, I'll tell you, on tribalistic line. People say, if we can't get somebody from them that is acceptable, let this administration finish. Even the North, they say let them finish, they will manage. And it will, in fact, a day after 2027, we will use candle to light to do our computer. I won't lie you. Good morning.
Good morning to you. I think this goes beyond opposition in a sense, because like that video we're seeing on social media, maybe it's just content, but a child was asked what she was going to she wants to grow up to become, and she said she wants to be a policeman. Why? Because she can stand on the road and collect some money from keke. That's what her description of a policeman was. And a lot of people see this nowadays, that criminology is no longer a problem in our country. We shouldn't be raising children with that kind of mentality. Now, you tell your child, go to school so that you can become a better citizen of this country, and it tells you that I can become a politician. What would you say? And these are the people that will go and make the laws for the rest of us. Like one of our contributors always say, the worst of us ruling the best of us. We should not leave everything in the hands of the opposition. They may not be able to do it. Maybe they don't even know what to do. They don't have a direction or anything. But this is directly our entire future. That you can be anything without even getting the qualification to be that thing. You forge a certificate, which is a criminal offense, is an offense, and you're going to jail. If you are not a politician, you go to jail. You forge a certificate to get a job, you lose your job, you go to jail. But you forge a certificate to become a politician, it is all right. And you think it's just a matter for the opposition? No. I don't want to raise children that will be thinking that forgery is all right. The highest millionaires we have are politicians that have no job else but to be politicians. They have never worked anywhere else. They don't have a business. They just are politicians getting Ghana must go. And our children will aspire to be that. Our children will aspire to be Yahoo. Our children will aspire to be all sorts of things. I don't think we should leave it in the hands of opposition only. But that's me thinking, because I don't want to raise my children in a society like that. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Yango.
Good morning to you.
My name is Austin. I'm calling from Okota.
Austin, thanks for joining us. Go on.
I think when they talk of Antichrist, a mark of the beast, APC is one of them. Because when you enter there, life becomes easy for you. But one thing people should understand, these politicians are scared of us. We should come out in mass, get our PVC, vote and defend our votes. Nothing will happen. Let's believe that we can do it, and we will do it. They just scare people by telling them that the election of 2027 has done and concluded. But it's all lie. They are scared. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. They're scared. I like that. I think so too. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Uncle. How are you doing?
I'm fine this morning.
Let me go straight. When I joined this listening to radio news, I think I started with VOP, and these things were coming gradually. I said, this country, our leaders or rulers want to turn us to almajiris. They will tell me VOP. No. You don't say this. When I noticed, I look at it, I said, hey, we are having Lucifer in this country. They said, no. You don't say these things. How you don't talk to them? They will cut me off. They will tell me, shut up. No, I don't say these things. What are we experiencing now? Now, even your analysts, they talk about this country. We have Lucifer in this country. Now, the last caller, what did you say? Mark of the beast, Antichrist is in this country. I don't know where we are going to. This is Grandma Maggie from Oshodi. I don't know where we are going to. I don't know where I'm going. It's only, I see that we are calling, we are recycling. The 200 people, million people out there, are they going to come out with their PVC? Now they have blocked every way, every angle, every loophole. They are now saying that it is now remaining the people. Are they not stifling us? How are we going to get out of it? How? Look, there are signal that they are carrying on the back. In chains of slavery, Lucifer chain. Now we did so it's only God that will liberate us. But God that did it for us during Abacha will also do it for us this time around. We should not relent, crying to God. We should keep crying to God, and we should still do the little we can do to come out and vote.
Yeah.
Then let's see what God will do. Let us leave the rest to God to do for us. It's only God that can save us, because these are signs of evil. That is when we are having as rulers. God help us. Have a pleasant weekend. God bless you, my dear brother.
You too, Grandma Maggie. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Okay, let's come out and vote. Let us keep praying to God, but come out and do the little that we can do and leave the rest to God. Good advice there. Do not give up on this country. Do not give up on the things that you are supposed to do. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Yango.
Good morning to you.
My name is Amechi, calling you from Sango.
Amechi, go right ahead.
Sango, you put my call today. Please, there's something I want to draw your attention. I don't know if you heard what Philip said a few days ago. Is it advice or is out of jealousy? I don't know. You can explain better than us. Then second, later Omoto Shabi, they used to call his name. The other chairman know that he's not from the north. So if you think he's coming to do what Mahmoud Yakubu did, it's not going to be easy for him, because I know the Hausa. If they are trying to lead the election and they want to announce the result, I tell you, one Hausa man will go to that stage and kill him. Take it or leave it. It's not like you won't make Yakubu go free because he's from the north. So let Omoto Choka Abia, they used to call him. No, try it, because he will not survive on this. That is my contribution this morning.
Thank you very much. Amokpiton, that's the name of the INEC chairman. Okay, let me take some messages now. On the direct primary, permit me to ask INEC that how many days will it take to release the results, and will ballot papers be printed, or which mode will it take? And is it INEC or the party that will finance the party primary? Furthermore, can someone tell me why the present administration has not come out to tell Nigerians why the national refineries that Nigerians were told and deceived have started working is no longer working after spending huge amounts of taxpayers' money without achieving any positive results? I can tell you authoritatively that if the national refineries were working optimally, Nigerians would not be suffering by buying PMS at a ridiculous amount due to the ongoing crisis between US and Iran, which we are all praying should be resolved within a short period of time. Also, I want the media to keep telling the government that buses using CNG are charging the same amount with buses using petrol. So to many Nigerians, the purpose has been defeated. Finally, on the peaceful protest carried out by Nigerians on the continuous epileptic power supply, which the citizens have been experiencing blackout in every part of the country, I want to ask, will they still go ahead and vote for President Tinubu for second term, despite the words and warnings he has given ahead of his re-election for second term? To me, Nigerians are the real problem of the country. Olorun Agba, wow. God bless Nigeria. This is from Temitokwe Onotoye from Ijegamo community. This just reminds me, when she said Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria, it reminds me of a story trending right now on the social media of a lady that has been calling on the government to provide more BRT buses and make them work longer hours, early in the morning and late in the night, because people still go to work and all that, and from work. And then also calling for, I have also been calling for this: provide more buses, provide, make sure that they work on weekends as well. But we find that at weekends, they are all on hire. People are going for crusade here. People are going for a party here. They're hiring the BRT buses, and people who need to go to work and commute and go to other places, they cannot move because these buses are not available. I've also been talking about the fact that in Ogun State, they have these CNG buses. CNG bus will take people at a very, very affordable rate from Mowe. That's the axis I know, from Mowe to Tollgate. That's what they do. They pay 300 naira for a journey that should be from 1,000 or 1,200 naira from Mowe to Tollgate. It's just 300 naira, and the people are happy. But guess what? The buses are not up to 5. And they don't run on weekends. Okay, now I've seen that they've begun running on Saturday, but not on Sunday. They don't run on weekends, or at least some days of the week. And this should not be. So if you want a change, do something about it as well. If we had, let's say, 10 of these buses that run, and you're sure that every 30 minutes you will find a bus that is running past your area, a lot of these things will change, because a lot of people will not need to go on the buses that charge exorbitant prices when they can still survive without charging that kind of amount. So it's really disturbing. CNG purpose has really been defeated. And back to the BRT, Nigerians were fighting the lady who was calling the government to come do something about BRT buses. Bring more buses and let them work at weekends and let them work longer hours. And the people were now fighting her. So how will Nigeria be good? If somebody wants to speak out and you are the one stifling the voice of that person, and the person is talking for you. It's like someone said, was it Peter Obi or somebody, who said, to be able to fight for Nigerians, you have to be ready to fight with Nigerians, or to fight Nigerians, because they are the ones that will be opposing you for trying to help them. This is ridiculous. Okay, anyway, that's the Nigeria we find ourselves. Mazio Gochuku is saying, our transporters are the latest problems we are facing now. T-fare has increased to 100%. Current government should verify the evil loan to crude deal, because it's affecting our economy. Tonto DK needs good counseling and orientation concerning her born-again life. Our leaders should know that the lives of Nigerian citizens are far better than their political ambitions. Please free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, Mazi Gochuku. Good Ikorodu power is intoxicating. Good Ikorodu. Power is intoxicating Wike. Happy birthday to my amiable sister and mommy G.O. Reverend Elizabeth Beatrice Olodoyibo of Living Fresh Word International Church. Okay, led to Ijede Road, Ikorodu. More anointing, ma. Happy birthday, ma. But is the birthday every day? Because I think yesterday we still read this. And this is saying, with what we have seen so far, it will be great miracle for any opposition party to survive in Nigeria today with President Tinubu on board. The planting of moles in all opposition parties is now the order of the day, and it is not good for a true democracy at all. It's so sad and unfortunate that Nigeria is yielding to a one-party system, but what surprises me most is the rate at which the ruling party is still afraid of a free and fair election. Nevertheless, I still have a great hope that something good can still happen, and that Nigeria will will definitely be better. And for war going on in Iran, please, I want to plead to all concerned parties that there is no gain in war. Please stop fighting and embrace peace. Have a blessed weekend, my good friend Yamgul. From His Royal Highness B.C. Nwoko in Oshodi. Thank you very much, B.C. Nwoko. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Yamgul.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is your boy, Charles.
Oh, Charles. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to
No,
you.
the last caller said that among Putin, what is the INEC chairman?
Yeah.
Say they will kill him and this, that.
Said they should be careful.
We should be careful.
Yeah.
Even though if we want to ring the result, they will kill him and all the rest. We magnify the Northern too much. Maurice was the INEC chairman under Obasanjo watch, and they do all manner of jamboree there, and nothing happened. See, even this so-called henchmen that is killing us in our farmland is because of the government that are backing them. I think they did in Ghana. They chased them out of Ghana. Till today now, Ghana remain what it is. It's because the government are back. If the government allow them to say we one, what could they carry harm? You will see them just like the case of Sunday Jackson in Taraba State that overpower the Planema. So we should stop glorifying the North. To me, they are nothing. They are nothing to me. They forget the government backing. So elogizing them is like you are puffing their head more. That one is right the way. Then in the issue of opposition, you see the reason why the opposition is not gaining upper hand in Nigeria today is because of the northern cartels. They have not decided to allow us to come to the south. If they decide to allow us to come to the south, by now they will pick one best candidate in the south on Tinubu. I'm telling you the truth. And fair to do so, Oga, the one I'm saying that now, because of they don't want us to come to the south, and if the power come to the south, they know the reference will be there. So they decide to allow Tinubu to continue. Instead of that power to come to the south to give that right person. But this game we are playing, it will see boomerang to every one of us.
But Tinubu is a southerner.
That's what I'm saying now. Because instead they bring the best candidate from the southern part and they know the best candidate from the southern part, they prefer to allow Tinubu to remain there. That is what it's playing. Look at what Pantiri, the other state governor, said. That it's not time for the northerners that the minister of that was just supposed to do that after 4 years before we come to the north. This is the thing. So then, see, what I'm saying is the reality. The opposition, by now, they would have get upper hand. If the northern cartel, they will allow power to come to the south. Take it or leave it. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, that sounds like also glorifying the north. Anyway, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. You're doing a very wonderful job. Good morning. Sure, you're still alive, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You see, the situation about Nigeria, also have made it all. You understand? I can remember, this is Ola calling from Germany, from Berlin precisely.
Okay.
I can remember there was a time after there was a forgery issue concerning most of the government sectors.
Yeah.
Tinubu declare operations, check all the certificate of every employee, right?
Yeah.
To checkmate people that are on forgery, stuff like that. So why not to favor him? They have to turn that issue on his own favor to make sure that the forgery does not affect him. You see, Nigeria as a country, we are not really ready, to be sincere. We are waiting for Messiah, opposition to lead us, somebody to come out and use him as a slave goat. See, when Peter Obi or any of the opposition leader comes out and lead the protest and something happens, that person can be castrated and Nigeria will still move on. Nigeria will still move on. Nigeria die. Nigeria move on. Many people die. Nigeria move on. Nigeria will just still move on. They just use you and then people say, "I ain't do pass. No, I ain't do pass." Well, you know, these are just. See, I live in Europe here. One time in Austria, the Chancellor of Austria, Sebastian Kurz, he was involved with his partner because they were doing a coalition government. So the guy was involved. The guy was involved in some scandal. Immediately hit the street of Vienna, that man have to resign. They didn't wait for any opposition. You understand? Everybody went out to the streets and this man have to resign his position. Like tell Nigeria, why can't we go out to the streets and demand justice for our country? But we are waiting for a Messiah, waiting for a sheep that will be slaughtered for us. That's my contribution this morning. This is a calling from Germany.
Thank you very much, Shola. Yeah, you see, that's the country we are in now. According to Section 131D of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a candidate for president must be educated to at least a school certificate level or its equivalent. The president of Nigeria, that claims to be the giant of Africa, can have a school certificate or its equivalent of a school certificate. So it can be anything. The interpretation could be anything. School certificate. Imagine how many civil service jobs you will get with a school certificate. And now the new electoral law says that even if you still forge this school certificate, you can still contest and nobody can nullify your election. It's not even a ground for contesting the whatever it is in court. That's the country we are right now. And like I said, I don't want to raise my children or grandchildren in a country that pays no attention to education or criminality or anything like that. I don't want to raise my children in that kind of a country. So let's stop talking about opposition parties. When you talk opposition, the real opposition is the people. What if the opposition parties cannot do whatever they are supposed to do? Check what is happening in the National Assembly. One opposition party member has said that, okay, I'm leaving my party for another one that is more viable, and they're threatening to declare his seat vacant. A thing that all of them have been doing without any problems in their various states. Anyway, if we fold our hands and say, okay, let opposition go and do what they're supposed to do, well, we shouldn't cry when our children grow up and not want to go to school and want to be Yahoo, because you can be Yahoo and then after that you become a governor, or you can just be an Agbero, and then tomorrow you just go and pay somebody to give you a certificate, and then after that you become a governor or an assembly member that will be making laws for the people who have doctorate degrees to obey. Otherwise, you are in jail. I don't want that kind of a country. I don't know if you do. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Yangu.
Morning to you.
Yeah, this is Joshua Poppins, former citizen of Nigeria, now retired.
Joshua, thanks for joining us this morning.
So yeah, I told you people here that the politicians, they have like 4 strategies. First, to make them hungry. Second, to ensure that education is useless. Thirdly, to promote wickedness. I told you people now. I told you. Now that we know these people, we know how they think. You see, they are telling you certificate equivalent. They don't want to build schools. They want to make sure that people don't get access to healthcare, so that when they throw crumbs, people will start thinking they are praised. That's in Nigeria we have found out. I coincidentally, I am living in now. Anyway, Yangu, I don't want to plenty direct. Nigeria matter, they are annoying my left chest. Even though they're not the same as the same. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Thank you, Joshua. Okay, callers. The number is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. You can also call 080 36 92 9933. 080 36 92 9933. And if you want to connect on WhatsApp, it's 081 7175 6338. 081 7175 6338. Call us now and tell us what you think. Okay, so we're having these headlines, all of them, in case you've forgotten. States demand forensic audit of $8.8 billion crude for loan deals. In the meantime, we also have Forum dismisses claims of 210 trillion naira missing in NNPC accounts. There's been a forum that said that this is not true. It cannot be true because a whole country's budget was like 5 times less than money that will be missing from just one entity. There are a coalition of professionals under the Ajia Solidarity Forum. They dismissed these allegations of 210 trillion naira missing from the accounts of the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited. They say it is not possible that this kind of money will be missing from just one entity. Coincidentally or curiously, the forum also condemned the arrest warrants against former officials of NNPC, including former financial officer Umar Ajia, describing the move as part of the coordinated campaign of political blackmail. I don't know whether it's coincidental that the group's name is Ajia Solidarity Forum that is now condemning the threat of arrest on Umar Ajia. I don't know if it's coincidental, but that's what is happening. They say it is not possible. So federal government should just drop that case because it's a lie. That's what they're saying. And Tinubu has approved more hardware for security talks, or for security, after having talks with military heads or security chiefs in his office or in Aso Rock. He has now approved money for more hardware, military hardware, to be bought. Hello? Call us back. We can't hear you. Just call us back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Yangu.
Yes, sir.
My name is Lilas from Yapa.
Okay.
We're all sitting down and watching as Tinubu is turning us into slaves. He's turning Nigerians into what? Into slaves. Because somebody said, we are not protesting enough. If you go out to protest, the forward protest you did, you usher area boys and police and all the people with vehicles to come and quell that those things. It's no more that anybody has the right to protest. No, because he will form his own gang that you go and then they say the thing has been infiltrated, and there's some people hoodlums. Who are the hoodlums who were given gun, and the protectors are not allowed to hold gun? Who were given matches, and the protectors are not allowed to hold matches? So somebody said Lucifer is on the throne. I think Lucifer is really on the throne. Nigerians, we have to, our PVC must be ready. We must get our PVC ready. 210 trillion. You say we're in a democracy. Which type of democracy is that one? We have 210 trillion. Where people have been bribed to come into APC with 250 billion to 500 billion naira, as case may be. Whenever I see that that one looks bigger. He increased the tempo. This is what is going on. The money that is meant to be used to develop the country is being used on people who go and hide their money in banks, in all the banks in the whole world. So, and the Nigerians are suffering. That's what is happening. Look at now. You say there is money, you are getting more money because of Iran this thing. Instead of saying, okay, let us use that money now that we are getting to cushion the effect of the diseases that we are going to experience. It is not like that. You are getting more money. Tinubu he created severance allowance for governors, past governors. He did that went to the state and told them, I am now a senator. Don't give me that severance allowance. Tinubu is a president. You have not come to Lagos State to tell them, don't give me that allowance anymore. Don't give me. You should put quantum of billions of naira. Don't give me anymore. That's somebody who is obsessed with getting more and more. He told us he will do tax. Tax is doing now. You are taxing people, and the people are dying. What remains is go to the jail and get tax from them. That is what remains now. It's not about governance. It's not about governance any longer. It's about how to make the people till they die. That is what is happening. The man who said we should not vote for him, he is working against what he said. We buy people to come and join APC, and then this is abomination. The Bible says abominations of sorcerers. This is an abomination happening in right under our eyes. Let everyone wake up, because this man will do even more severe. Somebody say, let's leave 8 years. What 8 years? In 3 years, he's doing you this havoc. And what will happen in the next 3 years? Maybe people will die. God help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, let's read some messages before we go back to the calls. This one is saying, I agree to you, Mr. Agaji. From what I understand, the current government may not take any action regarding the fuel price hike, possibly using the war in Iran as an excuse. With that, it seems nothing will be done, and the usual blame game continues. Also, I would like to urge you journalists to properly investigate the claims by the CNG buses and other promises being made to confirm whether these things have truly been implemented or if they are just statements without real action. If you're referring to what was promised when this war started, it's not CNG buses, it's CNG kits. So if you want to convert your car to a CNG compliant car, whether that's how I'm supposed to say it, you can do that. You can access these kits. They are there. And so the president asked that these kits be deployed. I think, was it 100,000 or so will be deployed so that people can access them. It's not the buses. So if you have a bus, you want to convert to CNG, you can access this. If you have a car, you want to convert to CNG, you can access this. That's what it means. So they didn't promise buses. Buses were promised, was it in 2023 or early 2024 when they went for the climate conference somewhere, and the president said he was going to give Nigerians 100 buses for it to ease the transportation problems of Nigeria. 100 buses for 250 million people. Even then, a lot of people felt it was an insult to the Nigerian people. But even then, we have not seen these buses. So they were not promised. So don't keep your hopes high. But the CNG kits were the ones that were promised. They were supposed to be deployed so that Nigerians can have access to them. So if you have a car, go and convert it. You will have this kit. Not for free though. So you can't hold the government for what they did not promise. This one is saying, concerning the dubious electoral law on certificate forgery, does the federal government have a justification to condemn Mesoma, the young girl from Anambra State who manipulated her results to score the highest JAMB scorer? You recall that the Anambra State government, led by Professor Charles Soludo, was ready to reward the teenager before the bubble busted. Will Ms. Mesoma not question the government for condemning her because investigation proved she forged her results, which she admitted at last? I weep for the country. Obinna Norum Ayobo, Lagos. The greatest injustice in Nigeria, or to Nigeria and Nigerians, is to allow this present government return to power in 2027 with all these atrocities they are committing or have committed already and will still commit. Our inability to stop these people this time will surely mark the catastrophic collapse of the nation called Nigeria. And this says, good morning, Yamgul. For the INEC and the government of APC to admit forgery is one of the basic criteria to qualify and win elections. That showed that Nigeria is a country that thrives on negativity and pouring shame on the green cover passport. So we may ask God if he created Nigeria on a negative day while others on a positive day. A shame, 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 and shameless nation. Khan is from Ago. And this is saying section 137 of the Nigerian Constitution says that nobody should occupy the position of president with a forged certificate. Section 182 for the position of governor, others for other offices. Why our learned people cry out loud that National Assembly has removed the forged certificate from Electoral Act? Has Electoral Act nullified the Constitution? Is it now superior? Okay, this is a good angle, an angle to be exploited. If the Constitution still says a forged certificate cannot stand for you to be a president or governor or anything, then this part can be exploited as well. So whoever wants to go to court, you still have a chance, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Good morning, Yamgul. I'm Remy from Ijegun, Lagos. I'm asking about the elite, the professors and learned erudite people of Nigeria. Where are they? Are they sleeping, watching criminal politicians manipulating the laws in their favor? Okay, I don't know if they're sleeping, but these are the same people that are the returning officers in every election. And so, well, Nigeria's electoral bill, academic qualification, non-issues, collapses meritocracy. Why must forces of darkness prevail over forces of light in Nigeria? It hurts deeply. Should educators surrender? Is it a curse the day lifeless politicians were born in Nigeria? Is it an error to call Nigeria a geographical entity? Can the wrongs be corrected? One of the gravestone dangers before any society is normalizing mediocrity in leadership. Imagine an electoral system where forged credentials or absence of academic qualifications are treated as non-issue. When qualifications are trivialized, merit gives way to manipulation. Position of influence risks being filled not by the most capable minds, but by those most skilled of bending the rules. Teacher Longinus, Ogun State. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, my brother.
This is Samuel from Ijebu.
Samuel, thanks for calling. Go ahead.
I'm okay, you're doing a very good job.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
I mean, you're not just one of the best, you are the best.
Away.
You don't really read the news, but you also analyze.
You just like me.
You are the best, honestly. And then, what's happening is they want to talk about the insecurity. You know, the reason why our president cannot fight insecurity in Nigeria is because of those militant cabals. Because they are one of these that, let me say, this APC government is built around them, something like that. And I don't think that any president that comes from this APC party can be able to fight insecurity in Nigeria. And another thing, some of our Southeastern brothers, they will say that maybe it's not a business, so this insecurity, they know to this what they cost to themselves. Or that because security, you don't pass Southeast.
It's everywhere.
Because last few years, no one that was kidnapped and for Kibio by Fulani, not even the ordinary kidnapper, Fulani terrorists, kidnappers. The driver, their driver was killed that night that they were kidnapped around Okibo Road. The driver was killed, and my own woman, one other woman, we paid for their ransom. They stayed completely 1 week inside the bush. In fact, anybody who talks in this current administration, maybe they elect them, I pray in Nigeria happen to such person. Honestly. Well done.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Yango.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
It's Yossi.
Yossi, thanks for calling. Go on.
Yeah, you are doing a good job. I have to appreciate you.
Thank you.
Mr. Yango, NNPC, 210 trillion naira missing. Nigerian GDP in dollar value is $285 billion. In naira conversation is 400 and something billion naira, and $210 trillion got missed in NNPC, and a committee set up by the government in the middle told us there was nothing like that. You see that NNPC, it has been run like a fraternity for years, for the mighty, for the powerful, for the party people. When is it going to end? Mr. Yango, Nigeria will only be rich and be better if leadership is corrected and is gotten right. Mr. Yango, I said something 2 days ago as regards to the situation right now in the Middle East. I dropped calls on guys for black, so I'm not talking to many things. See, I did not hear Rufai Oseni, but look at how he came up the following day, yesterday morning, and said a lot. I was vindicated. I know there are many reasonable Nigerians like that thinks that we see. Understanding and wisdom is about looking at things comprehensively, gathering the information, Put it at the middle of your mind. Digest it. Understand very well. Forget what you like and what you don't. With open mind, you'll get it right. There is no justification for what is wrong. And what is wrong can never be what is right. Mr. Yangobu, I want to say something. This thing I want to say right now, I did not hear it anywhere or read it anywhere. But wisdom taught me that. See, war is fought in 3 places. Information war, economic war, and the combatant bloody war. Now, I just got this inspiration. So, information war goes first. And when they do that, they target some set of people through religion and some more. Hello? So when they do that, they don't need your support to do what they want to do. But what they just want to do is that when they do it, they will not lose popularity anywhere in the world. So Africans, we should learn to be emancipated from mental enslavement, like Bob Marley said. We are enslaved mentally through medias and so on and so forth. So let us be liberated. Let us have independent mind and think well and know our problem, our wrongs from our rights. Cicero, in this 19th century, he said, an unjust peace is better than a just war. An unjust peace is better than a just war. I know sometimes a country can be provoked to go and fight. When you fight the right cause, everybody will hail you. Sir, I listened to former CIA counterintelligence director, Michael Stewart. He said something, he said since 1940, can have never won any war. Then since for over 70 years, US Congress has never approved any war. That any politician that goes there, they do what they like. They've been losing war because their reason for fighting war is cynical, synonymous to lies. When you go out to the right thing, you will get victory, you will get support, you will still earn respect. You can be the wrong thing to earn respect too, but your respect cannot sustain in time. Those same people will do the wrong thing to get power. They will still be your enemy tomorrow and fight you tomorrow. Good day, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. This message says, rise up Nigerians against certificate forgers, drug barons, and criminals called APC in power. What a shame. Whether they like it or not, God will flush them out from this country come next election. Billy from Ikotu and Mary from Okayofa is saying, do we still have elders in this land? They should not allow this law to stand. How can a government say forgery does not matter? It's a bad sign for future children of this country. Our elders must stand up and condemn this law. Amongst the things that government has done wrong is the removal of the forgery clause in the Electoral Act. However, our constitution supersedes Akpabio's supervised amendment. Number 2 is the failure to post ambassadors in line with set standards of telling lies about revenue receipts and achievements in the revenue sector. Again, it is now the government that has remembered our citizens in Iran after other countries have evacuated their people. What a way to rule a people. Osinwaje in Shasha. And this is, I pray that one day the eyes of Nigerian youths will open to take their country by force with power and might. God bless Nigeria. Henry Tex is the one who sent this in. And good morning, VOP. I have some question to ask. How many people are we in population? Then if we're the number like 250 million people now, how many have died since these Boko Haram killers came on board? As to know the population of people remaining, I'm Frank from Ijanikin. Unfortunately, we've not done census for a long time. The reason the terrorists want to weaken military, after weakening the military, Aso Rock will be attacked with an overwhelming force. Once conquered, they'll institute a government upon a national broadcast. The whole country will be renamed. Nigeria is now officially an Islamic country. That's the motive behind the scenes. Hence, the deafening silence of the northern power brokers. This must happen one day in our very eyes. Taliban did it in Afghanistan, etc. Sheikh Gumi tacitly mentioned this when he told Tinubu to go to Turkey or Afghanistan for security partnership with Nigeria. This will go from Alimo Shaw, and this says, it's very sad thing that the present-day politicians are successfully bringing our nation down. Imagine leaders with forged certificate ruling us. Why still the national and state election not being conducted same day? And lastly, compete on time electronic transmission of results. Why not approve? CYC Honesty from Isolo. Thank you, CYC. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Yangu.
Ogami.
My name is Ralph for the call for Satellite Town.
Ralph.
Yeah, good. This country where is this issue of fortune certificate not a problem. It's a big problem that we should put our hands and watch. It means that if there's any exam malpractice in the class, you don't need to punish the students. You get some laws when we say somebody go for politics, they say, are we trying to make things that will suit us as individual or as a country? Do you think that you can remain in power forever? If you create this kind of law because I'm there to favor me, because my people are there to favor me, if you go out of the power, what will be the situation of the country? I never say as a country, I never say as weak as citizens of Nigeria. Why do you see everything as politics now? From church to government, from government to organization, from organization to every sector now is about politics. Everybody looking for what to eat today. Everybody looking for where to get something now. We don't have people that are trying to fight for the country. Even all these common of God and spoken elders in the land, this one called this new law. We want to talk about this. Do you know that sometimes all these laws are put there for protection of the children in future, of the country in future? Because it will be like, my son, I want to be president of this country. Say, okay, you have to go to school. You know what I'm saying? Then tomorrow my son takes that ambition to be he say, oh, you don't need to go to school. You'll still be. We are killing the country. Mr. Yangu, I deal with you any time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, Yamgul and the entire VOP family. I want to encourage all Nigerians to be courageous and not discouraged. Even though it seems like the ordeal bedeviling our dear country, Nigeria, isn't going to end soon, there will be light at the end of the tunnel and victory at the end of the war. But my prayer for Nigeria and Nigerians is that in his time, God will definitely make all things and everything about Nigeria, as well as in Nigeria, beautiful in Jesus' mighty name. Best regards from Mr. Chris in Oshodi. Thank you very much, Chris, for always contributing. Good morning, Yamgulan VOP family. It's only lazy and docile citizens that relinquish their responsibility to oppositions regarding APC's bad governance. Most of the nations that got out of their leadership problem didn't get it through opposition, rather by the masses. It's called mass movement. Every citizen has a big role to play, especially when leaders use national resources to stifle opposition. Castigating opposition show that we are not ready. When we're ready, we'll take back our country. Amechi from Mafoluko. And this one says, it's only, okay. This one is saying, I am still shocked that the National Assembly members found it very good to remove certificate forgery from the electoral law. Mr. Nyamgul, clap for them. They are legislating very well. Does it mean that integrity is nothing to reckon with anymore? It is disheartening and sad to see where we are now. There is no hope for this country. If forging of certificate is no longer a crime, then there is no need to go to school. Nigerians should resist this evil now, or else we will be in bondage for the next 4 years. Chude from Ayetoro. Thank you, Chude, for your message. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Yangi.
Good morning.
This is Mr. calling from Surulere, Lagos.
Okay, go
ahead. I like your program. You are doing well.
Thank you.
Yangi, what I want to ask, do we still have Council of Head of States in this Nigeria? Why I ask this question is, it's high time for the Council of Head of States to come together and know whether Nigeria will be together or Nigeria will be separated this time around. With all the shenanigans and still in government, I don't think we are heading anywhere. Jango, you people have been talking all this while. What exactly happened that Nigerians government are not hearing? Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you to you too. Okay, my name is Bro Joseph. We have more evil people in Nigeria. How did we get here, my brother? Have a nice day. Thank you, Joseph. All right. Good morning, Nyamgul. This is from Chima in Surulere. The former President Buhari did swap deal on petroleum. Let me ask, is it infinite? Why are so many things shrouded in secrecy? I need to be educated on these. And this says, if our politicians should restrict themselves to the minimum qualification school certificate, there won't be any issue of forgery. The larger issue is the craze for higher certificates, which is luring them to forgery and perjury. Political landscape in Nigeria will take a better and clearer shape if the northern gladiators wash their hands off the presidency in 2027 by unanimously declaring support for their respective southern candidates based on the gentleman's agreement. Tony Anile Jagamo community. And please advise those Nigerians in diaspora telling us here to face the politicians. Let them come and lead the struggle. Underage children protesting Nkbawa were arrested and charged for treasonable felony. Where is Showore today? So they should all come back home. Let's do it together. You cannot sit in the comfort of your house abroad and tell us to go and face the bullets. This is Ola from Shasha. And good morning, VOP. I want to say there is no need of going to school. That's what I understand by this law, the pass-by certificate. In fact, Nigerians have become banana republic. God bless our land. And what I'm hearing this morning is unbelievable for me. It seems that those that have PhD and doctorate degrees and other certifications have no meaning again. What is going on? Those that are intelligent keep quiet. That was a country, or there was a country. May God bless our land, Nigeria. Michael from Aswani. Thank you very much, Michael. And all right, let me take this final call before we take the break. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Getting through to... Oh, hello.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, uncle. My first time I was speaking with you.
Oh, dear, that is very good.
But I'm always a regular listener. Tried and tried, but you could not get through.
We thank God for
Thank God for the members.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Brother Ozadema John from Barriga.
Okay, go right ahead, John.
Yeah, I thank God today is Friday. My questions are like this. This North, after the North goes to the South, after South goes to the North. Who started it? How does it start in Nigeria? Because I have been born. I witnessed 1979 election, other 1983, and other elections. I've not been hearing of South, North. It came through PDP, which I gave a name, the Poverty Development Party. I am the one that gave them that name. They are the people it's PDP that started this thing. So that means they now embrace what PDP have done, and they don't want to do the thing that PDP started. So many things that PDP have done here. I'm not a fan of PDP. They said, go to the South. We have 5 parties in this nation. Vote for whoever you want. Buhari in 1983, he came out. When he came out, Buhari took over. Is it not from the North? So why are they saying all these things? Why can't they allow anybody to come and contest? If you have the ability to contest as somebody that want to rule Nigeria, you have any good intention concerning Nigeria, why can't they allow the person to come out and stand and show what you are made of? Why is all this going to not going to South? This is what is destroying Nigeria. I'm not happy with it at all. I'm not a small boy. I've witnessed elections in Nigeria. What is all this that you cannot vote for whom you want? If you know the person that can do it, yes, go ahead and vote for the person. Thank God, I pray to God that I will not be in Lagos for 2027 elections, and God have granted it to me, going down to my own state. What is this that we are facing today in Nigeria? Why is Nigeria so destabilized like this? Why is this war hatred in Nigeria? Why? What is happening in Nigeria? Is this the same Nigeria? Even if I'm dead and somebody asked me, oh brother, this is what is happening in Nigeria, I will not believe it. Nigeria, how many languages in Nigeria? How many ethnic groups in Nigeria? How many people in Nigeria that one person will come? Some people will come and call themselves politicians. They want to destabilize this nation. Because they are eating the sweat of the people. They are eating evil to themselves. They are eating curses to their 4th generation. Why? I've said it when before I used to speak, I used to talk in SciFM, so many other stations. But now I decided I will not talk again, because as we are talking, same Nigerian group, I am the person with this my 2 legs. I walk from GRA down to Alausa to go and hand over letter to Fashola that Jonathan should be made acting president. Where is the man, our leader? Where is him? Where is he today? Where are those people that supported those protests? Where are they today? Where is Tony Bakare that forced me to use my leg to force? They are under a curse. They are under a curse.
for making me to enter under the sun. They are under a curse. As many as they that mobilized those protests that time, how much was fuel during the time of Jonathan? How much was the bag of garret? How much was the bag of rice? And today they are happy because they are seeing, they are eating from the crops. And they are happy. They are eating the causes of Nigerians. They are still eating from the blood of Nigerians. Okay. They think that because yes, eating from the blood of Nigerians, so many blood. This nation have shed so many blood.
Yeah, wrap up.
And they are not ready to repent. They are not ready. I don't want to talk again. I don't want to talk about Nigeria again because I am fed up. The only thing that can save Nigeria is for you to sit around table and discuss about Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't have foundation. Let's not discuss how to live, whether to go separate ways or to stay together. That is the only thing. My Lord, may the Lord deliver Nigeria from the powers of darkness and the evil men of Nigeria and women. Thank you, Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, eventually that's the last caller we can take this morning. We're going to return at 10:30 for the rest of the show. Please don't go away. For now, I'm out of here. My name is Nyamgul Agaji.